Min Min is a fighter pass character, and she's one of the best characters in the game, but she is really unique to herself. Fighting her can be a bit tricky, and she can be a bit oppressive, I'd say, so let's get into a match. So first things first, for my character, the main thing I'm looking for is anything I can do to deal with her range, right? So as soon as the match starts, I'm not going to get off the platform too much because I don't want to start playing neutral versus her arms. So any vertical pressure I can do can go a long way. And that's really the name of the game versus Min Min. It's kind of similar to something that's been talked about over the years when it comes to fighting Olimar, is you want to see if you can come in from like a vertical angle that isn't like super putting yourself at risk. So right now I'm doing a lot of preemptive jumps, trying to see how they press a button. And once you get that hit, it's really important to take advantage of Min Min's disadvantage. She doesn't have super great reversal tools. Sometimes she has to resort to her down air that propels her downwards. She also has a very vulnerable ledge hang. So it's the type of character where you really want to take your hit and run with it and really brute force your opponent. The interesting thing about Min Min is when she does one arm, she can decide whether she wants to swing the second one or not. She might jump, she might do nothing at all. So it's a lot safer and you have to respect it a lot more. But once I see that second arm, there's less mix-up. She's basically forced to jump or something like that. So when she does the second arm, it's a lot more vulnerable. So I'm trying to be a bit more aggressive when I see that. So one arm, wait, second arm, try to catch that jump. So when I'm on the ledge here, Min Min's able to preemptively charge the megawatt, and it's super active, especially once it starts charging blue like that, and I neutral get up right into it. It's really important to make sure you, if you have the frames to escape before the charge is finished, that's good. Min Min has the grounded up B charge to put herself in a situation to catch those greedy double jumps and either force you to grab ledge or take your stock. So right here, I noticed that the pressure is being put on me. So instead of like, bursting to center stage or something, I just accept that I gotta grab ledge, and I'm taking it slow. Another thing that you're gonna have to really pay attention to against Min Min that I'm surprised I haven't mentioned already is when she's recovering, she has a lot of ways to pressure you before she grabs the ledge because of how much range she has with her arms. So right here, notice how Min Min throws out the arm, throws out another move, then grabs ledge. So it's important for me to make sure I'm not like taking unnecessary shield damage, right? Because why would I want to shield that? I'm in advantage, so I'm making sure I'm jumping over that. Notice how differently Min Min plays depending on the distance between us. With this distance between us, Min Min's letting the arms go. And once I'm close enough, it's going to be more like neutral airs, rolls, dash attacks. And I'm closing that gap, and the way they're playing is completely different. So that's when you know you're at a more comfortable position and you might have a chance to win. That about wraps it up for Min Min. The most important things to remember versus Min Min is constantly threatening that vertical pressure, whether it's the 45-degree angle or directly above, and trying to be ambiguous when you actually swing, making use of platforms like double jumping onto them, running off and on them, when you're going to swing, whether you cross up or not, and just constantly making it uncomfortable for Min Min and making her use her neutral airs, her dash stacks, her rolls, and also making sure when you get grabbed, you're not burning your resources too preemptively. Another thing that's really important is to take advantage of her disadvantage state. She has one of the worst ledge hangs in the game, and once she gets hit, she can be quite the sitting duck. It is also important to make sure you're not getting chipped away while she's recovering, whether that's getting hit or shielding her arms. You want to make sure you have a full shield before she grabs ledge, so whether that means avoiding them entirely, running away, being on a platform, anything like that.